Hello guys, S2W here again as your average consumer with your casual consumer's review. For today's video, it's widely considered as one of the most comfortable shoes that Adidas has ever created. It's a debatable topic, but for many Boost fans, it's either the Ultra Boost or these that take the trophy. Personally, these are definitely one of the most comfortable casual shoes I've ever worn. Today, I have the Adidas EQT Support 9317 Core Black for a review. The EQT Support 9317 has only launched about half a year, but its popularity in the Adidas lineup is one of the strongest already. This Core Black colorway is the latest model to come out, with an off-white colorway and a royal blue colorway to come out very soon as well. For those who didn't know, this shoe is basically a revamped model of the original EQT silhouette, now reimagined with a futuristic design celebrating the 1993 style of the EQTs. By adding present-day elements and technology, this sneaker is once again being revolutionized to set a new standard of comfort, performance, and style. But something about this particular colorway is definitely different than the first three colorways that came out, and this difference is what brought me here to do this review. So let's take a closer look at these sneakers. Looking at a bigger picture, the colorway of this shoe is nothing fancy. It has a color combination of black and gray that you just can't go wrong with, a monochromatic palette that's easy to match with many outfits. However, this Core Black colorway is dominantly leaning on the darker shading, with most of its upper in black. Texture-wise, the upper material is what dragged me into reviewing this shoe. It's the key adjustment that Adidas has decided to change for this sneaker, and most likely the upcoming colorways of the new 9317 EQTs as well. For the first three models, the knit upper material, to which what Adidas calls it the pixelated knit, stayed consistent with each other. It was thin and stretchy, and honestly feels very close to what the Prime Knit found on the Prime Knit NMDs or Ultra Boost was like. On this model though, the upper is still knit apparently, but it's nowhere as stretchy and thin like its predecessor. By touch, this new knit feels a lot more rough and rigid. Although it's still flexible, it's not as elastic as the pixelated knit found on the Turbo Pack and milled leather iterations. Unlike previous colorways, they've also taken out the embroidered stripes at the toe box area on this colorway, maybe to spice the design scheme up a little bit as it just hit the half-year mark since its first launch. On the lateral side of the shoe, you'll see the signature EQT webbing tape 3 stripes running over a mesh quarter panel decorated with gray glossy zigzag embroideries. On this colorway, the zigzag lays on top of a more durable mesh quarter panel on both sides of the shoe, and honestly, this mesh area feels much or less the same as the rest of the knit upper on this sneaker. So to me, it feels as if the whole upper is either just structured knit or just mesh. Moving towards the back of the lateral side, we will see the familiar molded TPU support piece in black, with a gray plastic piece on the medial side instead, stretching towards the back while acting as the heel cap as well. Both of these pieces are here to offer stability and of course, ankle support when you tighten up the shoes. Taking a look at the medial side, on previous models, this side is made up of a smooth suede quarter panel with its model name embossed on the surface, while on this new colorway, it's just a mesh panel with its model name EQT Support in all caps sewn into the fabric. As we move upwards, we will see that the shoe came with flat black laces to tag along with the colorway of the sneaker. At the front of the lacing, you will see a thin plastic cuff with the letters EQT branding on it. This cuff is also different than previous models. It feels a lot more fragile and the EQT text is a lot bolder than what it used to look like. Under these laces is the iconic tongue design of this sneaker, which has an asymmetrical wraparound construction much like a burrito tongue. At the tip of this tongue, you will see a welded tongue logo with the Adidas and its model name branding. FYI, it's printed 9117 instead of 9317 because 1991 is when the EQT first launched, and I guess they wanted to showcase the importance of that more so than just the quote-unquote 1993 remodel identity. At the back of the sneaker, we have a short elastane heel tab that can be used to help put on the sneakers more easily. Inside the shoe, we have a somewhat removable green ortholite insole that provides the additional comfort and compression under our feet. Again, I say it's somewhat removable because it's sticky on the bottom and feels as if it was meant to stay intact on the midsole, but for review purposes, I've peeled off a bit to show you how thin this insole has become. On the previous models, I couldn't even peel the insole off, and even without doing that, I can see the thickness of that insole is probably 3 times of this. In addition, if you remove the insole, you will see that the midsole has a piece of white fabric laying on top of the Boost cushioning as well. Other than that, the textile lining inside the shoe is just like some of the previous versions, with mesh textile lining and a bit of padding to provide ankle and heel rest where we need it. The highlight of the shoe is the cushioning, of course. I have nothing much to say on this version as it looks exactly the same as the previous models. So quickly, Boost cushioning is the current A1 technology used by Adidas to achieve a cloud-like compression under our feet. It's their most responsive cushioning ever, and if you think the Ultra Boost was soft, they added a whole ton of boost on this model. So it's way softer, plusher, and to many comfier as well. Rather than stepping onto the Boost like the Ultra Boost, you are stepping into the Boost on these EQT 9317s. Marshmallow softness all around your feet. Also, as a design element, they've debossed a 3-stripe design on both sides of the Boost material with sleek curves that gives off a contemporary yet futuristic vibe. Under the shoe, we will also see the same rubber outsole in black, webbed with multiple ovals and unique tread patterns up at the front and back of the sneakers, providing further traction and durability to the bottom of the sneakers. Anyways, here are some Adidas EQT Support 9317 Core Black fit footage. Fit wise, I got these in the same size as the previous 3 models that I have, which I normally up half a size because of its tighter midfoot sensation. On this pair though, you would think the less flexible upper would cause the whole shoe to feel tighter all around, but for my case, it was the opposite. It did not feel any tighter and surprisingly felt looser in my opinion. To a certain degree, yes, the upper material certainly feels a lot like mesh, which is thicker by quality. However, the insole inside the shoe was a lot thinner than what I had felt on the first 3 models of the 9317, and perhaps the absence of the suede panel on the medial side may have affected the tightness of the side as well. So to sum it up, I think I may actually fit these in my true to size, because I do feel like these were a bit looser than what I normally prefer. Comfort wise, debatable. Boost is already comfortable on its own, and by adding a whole ton of boost on a sneaker just makes it a lot more compressive. It really depends if you like the soft feeling. Some may think it's excessive, but strictly as a walking shoe, these are fantastic. Something I would like to comment is that I do feel like the thinner insole on these affected the overall compression on the sole a little bit when I compare them with my Turbo Pack or milled leather 9317s. But it's not something noticeable anyways, especially when you're not going to wear one of each colorway on one of each foot. Price wise, these were $230 Canadian before tax. Because it lacks the better suede material and the prime knit like knit upper, it's weird that they created a so-called mesh version at the same pricing as the previous version. However, the comfort is still top of the charts. It's a really great Boost shoe to wear if you want to switch things up from the Adidas Boost line. As always, throw me some likes if you liked this video, and let me know in the comments if you plan on continuing to get one of the mesh upper colorways of the 9317s. At this moment, I think I would just stick with my Turbo Pack and the milled leather because of the thicker Ortholite insole and more flexible upper, or collab versions if I luckily get a W on those. That's it for today, S2W signing off.